Hello, I'm Mistress Katherine, and welcome to today's episode of Bondage on a Buck. Today, we are going to make some ball gags. So, what I did is I went to the dollar store and picked up some bungee cords, this puppy toy, because ball gags don't need to be of balls. You can use dog toys if you are into puppy play. You can use a thick stick or like a hollow pipe for making a bit for horse play or pony play. And well, here is a ball. But yeah, I can do many different things. This ball came with a paddle set that I showed how to make some spanking paddles on an earlier episode. So you can use pretty much everything, you know, like the whole set for different reasons or different ways. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do to get started. You're gonna need a scissor, and this is quite nice. This is for like swimsuits, if you're making like a swimsuit, or if your string in your bikini swimsuit like comes out, then you just reach in there, pull it through. So this, because I think this will be handy. All right, so I'm gonna open up the bungee cords. Oh, lots of nice colors. Wow. I think we are going to do green with the pink ball. And we're going to do, well, this is short. Not broke anyway. And these are short too. But let me see something. Ooh. Yes. All right. You get to see me do something. That'll work. Cool. So remove all these silly tags. And if you have bungee cords, like better bungee cords, go ahead and use those. Alrighty. So here's what we're going to do first. Oh, here's one that's missing. Let's do the ball first. So, like pick out any area and then poke a hole in it. Might be easier with a knife first. Alright, so you got one hole started. And then try to do it on the exact opposite side, right about there. Might be easier with an X-Acto knife, perhaps. And then make a little hole. I'm just going to cut this, and I will re-add that later. So actually we are going to get a pliers because there's this little metal part. This metal part here, which can come undone. So we are going to undo this and we'll put it back together. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Because I think this is going to be too hard to remove, this metal piece, we are just going to cut this off. And then we are going to take this off as well. Good. Put that aside for a moment. Now we're going to put this through the hole here. Okay. Trying to decide which one I want to use to grab this out. Okay. Then put that right in the middle. Nice little ball gag here. So we're just gonna glue a little bit of this on here so it'll be a little bit easier to make this work nicely. This on here, and now we'll put this through here. I'm going to fold this over like this, probably a little bit more. So when you have it like this, I'm going to put this over it. And we are going to squeeze as hard as you possibly can with the pliers. Try to avoid getting this in there. It's going to be a little tricky, I think. So tighten it as much as you possibly can. So we don't want the ball gag to come out, do we? Of course, if it did, it wouldn't be your sub's fault, but we could just pretend it is anyway. There we go. Oh, poo. I guess we could have put this on the other side. So I guess one thing to note is when you're folding this over, try to match each side. So this should have been on that side, but I will fix it later. But that's basically it. That's what he's here for, silly. And there we go. Cute, huh? That's right. Now that one is done, let's do the other one real quick. So same premises. But this time, we are going to use a squeaky toy. Unfortunately, the squeaky toy will not work because we're putting holes in this toy. So to cut off the tag here, another silly little piece of the tag, or the plastic thing. There we go. Again, we're going to cut a hole right about in the middle. Just be careful when you do this. Wow, this is a tricky one. So I'm going to make a small little X. There we go. Same on this side. Again, you're going to cut one of these off. We'll use this little metal thing right here. We'll try, I think we'll do that one because if I remember correctly that worked better. Trying to think how I did that last time. I think if we pull these apart, alright, so that looks like the easiest way. Is to use this to kind of force it open. And so I'm twisting this. So I'm going to work on this side. I'm going to grab the end of this right here. Now I'm just grabbing it, not really gently, but not too hard either. I'm trying to force myself under it. Alright, I think that's pretty good. I think maybe I'll put a bigger hole in here. Then just keep inserting until you can see it. See, it's just peeking out right there. So now we will use this to try to force it out. There we go. Very cool. Now, this time we will look to see where that is on that side. Very nice. So we will put this on there. I'm going to use a little hot glue again because this starts to fray. We don't want that to happen. All right, good. So now, put this piece on there. And the glue's still warm yet. I know, licking my fingers is probably not all that sanitary. So I guess if you really want to, you can have a little dish of water, or maybe an ice cube on it, with a little water. I'm sorry I did that backwards. Yes, I have a cold right now, and it's messing with my head just a little bit. Okay, so sorry. All right, so we're gonna put this piece on first. This piece goes on first. Silly me. Now we put this on. All right, so now we'll see where this piece is like that. So fold over on the same side. Well, if nothing else, if you do good on the other side, you can always take like electrical tape or something and cover it. Okay, looks good about here. So fold it over, about the same side, awesome. And then force this over this. Just like we did for the other ball gag. The ball gag. This one is the hot dog or the doggy toy ball gag. Yes, kitty. So I'm going to use his pliers to help a little bit. And there you go. Another toy for your puppy to play with. Well, what do you know? It still squeaks. Fabulous. We'll let him have his hot dog. Isn't that right, Mr. Bonnie? Don't you just wish you could play with it right now? So there you are. 2 fun ball gags that you can do within a matter of, well, I say minutes, but I think it's more like maybe like 10-15 minutes. Just depending on how good you are at all this. So go out and have some fun with those. So I have something a little different planned for you today. Something I think you're going to rather enjoy. At least I do. What you're going to need is a permanent marker and a washable black marker. Both of these are fine point tipped. And so if you happen to use different permanent markers, some of them have like a broader tip, then you're going to need the washable marker to be broad tip as well. Anyway, so what this is called, this is going to be called a mind fuck. I know, there's some mind fucks that are bad you don't want to deal with. But this is a game, and it's fun, and they will enjoy it. Your sub will enjoy it very much. Although they won't seem to at first. You'll see why in a few minutes. So you're going to take your permanent marker, and you're going to put it somewhere where they will see it. And you'll wear it for a while in your session. And then you will tie up your sub. You will blindfold your sub. You will take out the permanent marker, open it, wave it in front of their nose, and ask if they can smell it. Make them guess what it is. Now, if they're paying any attention, they would know it's a permanent marker. And if they happen not to have paid attention, you will tell them. You will also tell them that you are going to turn them into artwork. They are your canvas. And you're going to have a bit of fun. Oh, but no worries. You're going to draw in spots where nobody else is going to see. Of course, remind them that with permanent marker, it's going to take 2 weeks of scrubbing for it to be all washed away. Of course, they are getting a little worried at this point, but they trust you. That's when you take this one, the washable, because I really don't suggest you using real permanent marker, because I've had it drawn on me for fun. It does take about 2 weeks, and I don't really scrub. Well, I do, but then I give up and I don't care. Anyway, so you are going to take the washable marker, and you will draw, and you will giggle and have fun. And then at some point, after drawing a little bit, you're going to be like, you know, I'm having so much fun. I'm just going to draw everywhere. And then, of course, you're going to take this marker again, make them smell it, and you can be like, and I'm going to stir it on your face. And then you might want to kind of keep this somewhat close so they can smell it, and then draw on their face. Draw everywhere else. At this point, they should be begging you to stop. Of course, don't. You can just tell them that they're being a baby and you're having fun. It's all about your pleasure, right? Of course, when they are untied, when you're done drawing, you know, draw however you want. I tend to draw a little bit more graphic and naughty. For obvious reasons, you want them to be scared. All right, and then what you do is you have them look in the mirror, and they have to say how much they like your work. And if they're really fussing, whatever, you can tell them right then and there that they should lick it. Or you play another fun game that involves water, and you can like squirt it off, because this will come right off in water. But yeah, once they find out, you know, after the session's over, that it does wash off, like in 5 seconds, they would have had some fun. So trust me on this one. So why don't you go try that? I'm sure you have these 2 items at home. So go try those tonight, and also look around your house at other fun things you can do. Have fun.